Good afternoon, and thank you for joining today's SSDA webinar. Before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping items for you. On the right side of your screen, you're going to see a box called Handouts. Please feel free to download the 2 PDFs that are on there that are presentations that you'll be seeing during today's webinar. Also, all attendees are muted, so if you have any questions throughout this presentation, please type them in the questions box, which you'll also see on the right side of your screen. And at the end, our presenters will be more than happy to field those questions and give you guys answers. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Greg Currie.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to do what I promised to do. One of the things that I promised to do was to show you how to use a Doccam. Maybe some of your math teachers might want to use something like this for blended learning, distance learning. So we've got a HoverCam Solo 8 Plus here, and I've got a piece of paper down here. So let's say that I were a teacher and I wanted to welcome my class. I might say, you know, hey, everybody, welcome. Today we have Cynthia and Faith from Live Studios. And they're going to be sharing a wonderful augmented reality program for pre-K through K, and then also intervention for basically elementary school kids. We also have a wonderful distance learning solution from InSync with Lauren Little, the CEO there. Cynthia is the founder and CEO of Live Studios. And then we also have Leonid, Tunik, and his teacher, Air. They have specialized in extended day programs, after school, before school, and summer school programs with STEM learning solutions for about the past 15 years, Best of Boston winners. So we got some fantastic resources to share, and some will be free, some will be not free. But the one thing I want to do is share how to make a quick video with this camera, which I said I would do. So if you can see my screen, I've got the software one. You just plug in one USB cable and you click the record button, and then you go to camera record. Once you do that, you can see down here that I'm recording. I'm on 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So let's say I wanted to add 2 + 3. I've got to keep it pretty simple for a guy like me, and I'm going to get the answer of 5. Now, in about 1 minute, we're going to add in Dr. Valerie Jones from the Ron Clark Academy. Some of you may have heard of the Ron Clark Academy. She's going to share a program called Mangahigh, which the whole focus of all of this conversation is about engaging kids. And to do that, I think we need to do that in their world in a way that is meaningful to them. I could never compete with Valerie, but I sure hope that her video comes through, because it's fantastic. If it doesn't, I'll certainly share it with you so that you can watch it at a different time. For that, I'm gonna stop my video recording of the HoverCam. And now that I've done that, I can actually come down here and play that video. I'm not going to play the video right now. You can see down here that I'm recording. I'm on 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So let's say I wanted to, well, add 2 + 3. I've got to keep it pretty simple for a guy like me. And I'm going to get the answer of 5. Stop that video. Now, in about 1 minute, I'm going to stop that video because I actually want to show you Valerie's video. So let me go to her video and bring it up. And she's a Presidential Award-winning teacher for middle school math
He's
education.
doing weight fit now, so movement is extremely important. But now,
Presidential Award winner for math education, the highest award you can win in this country. And Ron Clark Academy, they did a PD session for teachers back at the beginning of this COVID situation. This video is 2 hours. I took a 5-minute segment to be respectful of everyone. It's the segment that's more focused on the tools that Valerie uses. One of those tools, and the highlighted tool being Mangahigh, but she has several others. And we're real excited to share this with you. So I'm going to go ahead and just play the video, and it'll be better than me. I hope it plays well and transmits well over the web.
now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to the person who's probably the smartest at how to use technology of anyone I know. She knows how to use every program, every system, and she's going to kind of walk us through step by step how you can use technology and what different types of technology is available to you out there. And that is the phenomenal Miss Dr. Valerie Camille Jones.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to my new classroom. I know. It's a house, just like everybody else. But this is the fun we're having doing this new thing called digital learning. So one thing that I love to do is I love my students to be engaged when they're in my classroom. So as I was trying to figure out this social distancing thing, I was trying to figure out how I can keep my students engaged while they're at their house. Because we all want our students to be excited and happy about coming to our class, even if it's online. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is different things you can do to keep that engagement going in your online class. So our students here at RCA are all in different houses. And during our normal school day, when we're in our building, we do lots of things in our classes to keep the kids engaged and compete against each other and fun and learning at the same time. So we really had to think about how we can do that in an online environment. So at RCA, we decided to make our own private Facebook groups so that way we can have our live lessons with our students. We also made Zoom accounts so we can see our students' faces. What I love about Facebook Live and Zoom is that you're also able to share your screen. So using these different websites, I discovered that you can still play these interactive competition-based games online using Facebook Live or Zoom. So just like when you're in class, you might use these popular websites called Kahoot or Quizlet Live or Quizzes or GimKit or Socrative or Nearpod. All these websites that offer things for free right now for teachers have these capabilities where students can be wherever they are as long as they have a URL and they can join in on a game using a code. They can practice the skills of teaching in class and still log on and compete against their friends. And if you share your screen with them, they can see where they rank, they can see what their scores are, they can see if their group is winning. And when I discovered that, it made my online lessons so much fun. I would teach my lessons, and then I would go into one of these platforms and allow the kids to compete for house points. But I also want to tell you guys about one other website that I love so much. So I'm a math teacher. I teach 7th and 8th grade mathematics. And what I noticed is that a website called Mangahigh.com has free games that students can play and actually practice their materials for math for ages kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. You pick the standards the students interact with in the game, and the games are so fun. So check out these games, you guys, because they're not just your normal math games. You know how on a math game, you might, answer a question, then you can like dribble the ball and make a basket and earn a point, and then you get another question, and you can answer that question, then you can do something else. All the games in Mangahigh, they're so interactive and so just connected together that you cannot actually do any gameplay without answering math questions within the game itself. So my favorite game ends up being where there's a spider on a wheel, and the spider webs form different angles. And for the spider to capture flies, you have to know all the rules when it deals with these angles, or even with circle theorems. I love that game. It's called Tangled Web. Check it out. But they also have games for kindergartners where you learn about place value. They have games for elementary school students where you're putting numbers in order or fractions in order or decimals in order. They have games for high school students where you're actually saving ships from sinking by doing factoring in the quadratic formula. This website is fantastic. Again, it's Mangahigh.com. Highly recommend it. But y'all, there's so many ways we can engage our students, even if they're not in our classroom. Thanks so much for letting me share.
Okay, thanks everyone. I hope that transmitted. If you want more information about it, did it go okay?
It made sense.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully everybody could see that. If you have questions, want to see the video for yourselves, or have an interest in information about Mangahigh, please reach out. Be happy to help you. Next up on our agenda are Cynthia and Faith from the live studios. And Cynthia and Faith, please take it away.
Okay, thanks, Greg. That was really cool. I know we're all trying to figure out about remote learning, and yeah, we'll show my screen. Can you guys see me? I don't know. It's like all of a sudden I got a thing. Okay, awesome. So anyway, we want to show you something we've put together for remote learning, something super engaging, and it is our Zoo Crew Alphabet Show. It's free on YouTube, and we just finished filming all day. That's why I didn't get a chance to come out of my outfit. I want to take my hat off because I have flat hair. But so let me tell you a little bit about this show. It's for pre-K and 5-year-olds. Kind of the sweet stuff. Believe it or not, we have 2-year-olds watching this, but probably 2 to 6 years old, anybody that's still learning their letters, letter sounds, they want to learn about animals.
Letter names.
Yep, the letter names. And also we read a story, a short rhyming story on every episode. And there's also a social emotional skill. So whether we're talking about bullying or sharing, we pull that in there too, and we really have a lot of fun. And we use our 3D augmented reality technology throughout the show. So did you want to say something?
So what it is, is so for every letter, there's 26, we're a little crunched here, 26 letters of the alphabet. And so for every letter, A through Z is a separate video. And on this video, it's between 10 and 15 minutes. And that's where it shows letter names, letter sounds. It also shows 26 different animals. It has a short story with it, and it's an interaction with Cynthia the zookeeper and Gertie Giraffe, which is a puppet. Kids love puppets. So you're learning a whole robust amount of information, sprinkled with a little humor, sprinkled with a lot of curriculum. This is all research-based, and it's based on brain science, and we're utilizing about 6 different modalities. So with all these modalities, all kids can get it and understand because it's focusing on so many modalities.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well said. We're going to show maybe 60 seconds. The lessons are about, on average, 13 minutes long, but we'll show you a little bit, just kind of get the flavor. And really, it's just a flavor, but you can go after this and check out the shows yourself. So I'm going to tilt it over. You got that there?
Yeah, just go to Zoo Crew Alphabet Show and you'll find them on YouTube.
All right, so here's 60 seconds.
All right, well, we know that letters make sounds too. So go over there and touch the word narwhal, and let's see if we can hear the beginning.
It's one of our animals.
Narwhal.
Narwhal.
That's right. And what are some words that start with that sound?
Knife. Nine. Number.
Yeah.
Number 2 and sound on them.
That's right.
And nachos. Yummy.
Love
Nachos. Nachos.
Okay, and what letter starts with the sound?
N.
That's right, the letter N. So let's go there.
Cynthia,
Letter N.
Yep.
is there a way you can show that video on your screen that you're sharing right now? People aren't able to see it because it's too small.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, so I could possibly try to share
Try
it.
playing it. It'll be a little, it'll be similar to what how Greg's was, but people aren't going to able to see it because it's too tiny in your little video screen.
Well, you know what? I would just encourage everybody, if you go to YouTube and just type in Zoo Crew Alphabet Show, we've got, how many episodes? We've got A through, we just launched Quail, Quentin Quail. So we have A through Q. We release 2 new episodes a week, and it's just a great free resource. And you figure with YouTube, you can get it on, your phone and tablets and your computers. A lot of children can access and and learn, and it's something engaging for the little ones, right?
Mhm.
We also want to show you our journals that come alive using 3D technology. It also uses a free app. The journals are like $10, but we have a pre-K version and a kindergarten version. We'll show you the pre-K version, and it's also a perfect companion that the kids can use along with the show, but you don't have to.
Right.
It's just, we just realized, wow, that's kind of cool because they can follow along. But here's the journal, and inside is the alphabet chart. And as the kids master their letters and or sounds,
Cynthia,
there's, yes?
not to interrupt you, try turning off your screen share because that will make your video larger and people may be able to see things better.
Do you see what a screen share is?
I have to look. Where is stop screen sharing? Okay, hold on one second.
Exactly. Perfect. So now you could try showing that video again and show the book again too. It'll be bigger now, hopefully.
Okay. Do you want us to try to show the video again, or we'll come back? Let's just do the journal up back.
Perfect.
So,
that's fine.
Thank you for that. I didn't realize it was even on screen share. Technology, right? So here's the journal. I was showing the inside. It has all the letters, and when the kids master their letters and sounds, we have the stickers that come with it, and it's like a trophy page. As they master it, they earn these stickers. So let's see Amos Alligator come alive. So here we have A is for Amos Alligator. You can color them, and when you scan this letter bug, you're going to see Amos walk. And there's the other side of the page is where you actually learn to write with a pencil or a crayon. You're learning to write. But let's go ahead and watch it come alive.
So here it is. I can't see it.
Move out of the way. So we download our free app, and we're going to scan. Ooh, there's
You see the
Amos
alligator?
Alligator. Go ahead and show them the buttons and I can.
So I know we have a background here, so I'm going to put like a white background here so you can see them better. There's the alligator. These are the buttons. So this goes to letter mode, and you can do uppercase and lowercase, and it tells us the letter name,
A,
and the 2 letter sounds.
A,
And we can also go to trace the letter here,
A.
and we have all our Crayolas here. I can pick a color, and notice the little finger that is moving. I cannot go against that finger. I have to follow the correct way to write it. If I want to pick a different color, I can. It also times. There's a timer there, and I'm well done. I did it, and then I can go back to uppercase if I want to also trace this. This is great for letter formation because a lot of teachers don't have the time to individually help children to do proper letter formation. Okay, I'm going to go to animal mode, and then we see the alligator here, and this alligator can move around. I can have someone in the picture.
Look, I can hold him. He's on
I'm
my
going to put
hands.
you on your hand, and I can take a picture of that. Or I can also take a picture of my friends and have them with the alligator. So she'll have to get over here because we have a glare. There we are. And I can take a picture here. Now, if I have the letter, she can put it in her hand, and we can take a picture. They're learning the letter A. Or kids can go around the room and take pictures of anything that starts with A. So once I'm back at the animal, here's the name.
Alligator.
So they see it up here, and they also hear it, and they also have a visual representation. See where it says alligator in the upper right? That's the name, the sound that each animal will make. And here is his name.
Amos. Alligator.
So it utilizes long A sound and short A sound. And every vowel and consonant that has 2 sounds, the animal's name will be utilized. Like Celine cow, we have soft C and hard C. So they have a lot of fun because they're involved with the animals. They're taking pictures, but at the same time, they're learning their letter names and letter sounds. And they're also seeing the differentiation between the long A, short A, or the hard and soft consonant sound.
Yeah.
And
There's
one more thing, ladies. You can also differentiate between the uppercase and lowercase letters, right?
Yeah, that's awesome right here. And they can make it happen. So here they're seeing it, they're hearing it, they're doing it. They have the element of surprise, which is another modality where these animals appear 3D. And they can also speak it, Amos Alligator, and they're utilizing both sounds. Yeah, that's great. Now also on that journal, On the back side of it, if I scan it, there's a 5-minute music video with all the letters A through Z, a little jingle for each animal, and upper and lowercase. Did you want to show it? I don't know if we have enough time.
Yeah, and the other thing is you can go, this is great for at home, right? So they can take pictures, go around the house, take pictures with the letter A, Apple, and anything else.
Android.
Android. Just take pictures, a lot of activities. And we actually have a parent guide that's going to be on our website that you can print out to PDF on all the different things that you can use our journals for. We have a pre-K version and we have a kindergarten version. The difference with the kindergarten version is a little bit more structure. So when they're learning to write, they'll write in the lines, and there's 4 different activities all reinforcing their letters and letter sounds, and even write some early writing. So it's just a really fun way to learn your letters and sounds.
And this goes with all the YouTube videos that are for free that you all can get online. You can use the journals with the free videos as well. And intermittently, we have a special where if you can download the app for free on your phone or on your tablet. And on this YouTube channel, you'll see a couple of them where you saw that letter bug where we scanned it and there was an alligator that popped up. Well, you can scan it off the YouTube video and you can get the animal on your phone or on your tablet, and that's at no charge.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually, they're called Come Alive bonuses. So when you're not watching us and you want to visit our show, go to the letter E, Edie Elephant at the end. It puts up that magic letter bug, and you can have Edie Elephant come alive right wherever you're at. So it's pretty fun. The other thing is we have math. So this is feeding the animals. We have pre-K and K, learning to feed the animals 0 through 20. It's the same setup. Do we have time to show that?
Or do you want to show the video?
Yeah, actually, we just surpassed 10 minutes.
We did.
We're done. Everybody.
Yeah, so sorry we didn't have time to show you the video of the YouTube show, but please go to the YouTube Zoo Crew Alphabet Show. Thanks, guys, for having us.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, that's all free except for the journals. And the journals are augmented reality journals, so they all come alive. Early childhood education, pre-K through K, and both ELA and math. Great for ELLs, great for pre-Ks. Next up is Lauren from InSync, and InSync is quite a different solution from the first 2 that we've seen. And Lauren, I'll turn this over to you, and I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, great. Can you hear me?
Can hear you, but we can't see you.
Oh, okay.
Here you are.
Okay, there we go. Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Little. I'm the CEO with InSync Education, and this is a K-8 standards aligned program for all of your core subject areas. So we have ELA, math, science, and social studies. We also provide other different grade levels as well for 9 through 12. We do some remediation help and life skills and college and career readiness for those grade levels as well. As you can see, we have other things like life skills, keyboarding, next grade readiness, etc. But this is a really great blended learning program that works both for at school and at home. So right now we're looking at the teacher version. So this would be a teacher dashboard, and in a couple minutes I'll show you what a student or parent would log into at home. So this was all built pre-COVID-19, but as we live in this new world we live in now, it just happens that this product works really well with distant learning. So whether we go back to school in the fall or not, or have some type of blended learning environment, this program would really work well for your teachers, your parents, and your students. So I'm going to do a quick demo. I know we only have a few minutes to share. The first thing I want to share is within this resource, we have something called a Launchpad group. So we have several districts using InSync for the summer. So for example, if I was InSync for grades 3 through 5, if I was a 3 through 5 teacher or had kids in 3 through 5 as grades 3 through 5 as a parent, I would be able to come in here and have a complete 28-day summer program. So it gives you a suggested pacing guide where you can use InSync in 70 minutes a day for your total instructional time. It includes overview of the lesson, teacher activities, which could also be parent activities, student activities, extensions, and quizzes. And then we simply go down here and you can see literally, okay, for Monday for language arts, here's my activity, here's my social studies activity, here's my math, here's my science. So I would click right in here and go to a resource. So it's that easy to set up on a week-by-week basis. And even with going back to school, we could set up a launch pad for example, the first 6 weeks back to school. So once I'm in a resource, I could, as a teacher, decide to add this to one of my groups and assign this lesson to students. I can increase or decrease the font size. I can also play the audio.
Multiple meaning words. Many words have more than.
I can also switch this from English to Spanish. And so my whole site here is going to switch to Spanish, and now it will actually also play the audio in Spanish as well.
Palabras con significados múltiples.
So we have a lot of school districts that are really excited to have that feature because you have parents at home that may not be literate in English, but they would be able to understand the Spanish either by reading it or listening to the audio. So then all of a sudden they can help their students at home where they may not have been able to before. I can also print any of these activities. So if you're in a district that might be having some of these low bandwidth issues, InSync works great on low bandwidth networks, but everything is also printable as well. So I'll have an overview. I will go into some modeling as the teacher. So here's some ways to model this particular resource. So I have that. I have different types of activities that, again, you can print, you can play the audio, you can assign it. So these are going to first be hands-on activities. If there's materials, they're going to be really easy materials to find around your house or your classroom. And then I have different types of interactive features. So I can do these quick check for your understanding. These can be done online, on the computer, on a tablet, on an iPad, on a phone. For the student, they also work great on an interactive whiteboard if you are doing this as a group activity in class. And then I also have your basic worksheets, so your printed worksheets as well. And then lastly, I have a quiz. This quiz, it looks like I already completed, so it's going to show the results and which ones I got right and wrong. And all that data is going to go back to the teacher dashboard as well. When we close out of this, and I'll show you that. So if I get back to my dashboard here, if I'm working within my 5th grade class or 3rd grade class, I can see anything that I've assigned. So I assigned this activity, and then I can see how my students are doing here. Additionally, I can search by subject area and grade level. And then I can find standards, or I can browse by topic. So I could, pick a topic and browse that way as well. So now I'm going to quickly log into the parent/student side so that you can see that. So I will just log in as one of my students here. So students working at home would either have assignments that their teachers have assigned to them, or they would just have a launch pad set up to automatically have resources here if we were, again, in a distant learning environment. So I would just come right in here. I would click on, here's this mean, median, mode, and range activity that's assigned to me. If I'm a parent, I have the introduction. I have prerequisites. If I, don't do well on this resource and I need to scroll back, it's going to tell me, okay, you might need to work first on adding and subtracting or dividing numbers. And then real simple here for parents and for students brings you right to the activities. I have some interactive videos where you see these purple dots here that will stop and ask a question. Practice online, all different types of practice online, worksheets, multiple types of activities for the kids, and then your quiz. And then I still have all of those same features where I can bring the text size larger or smaller. I can play the audio. I can switch from English to Spanish. All of those things are right here available as well. And then when I go back to English, you can see that you can also go to the resource library or the standard search. So if I'm a parent at home and I wanted to find more resources for my child, I could go to a certain subject area and then even scroll to a grade level, and it's going to bring me lots of resources here to access as well. And then I can go right into this compare and order fractions resource and work on it at home with my child. And you can see there's lots of visual representations, there's academic vocabulary, it's going to show the definition. It's really going to help the parents at home as well as the teachers in the classroom with this resource. And then lastly, I'll quickly log out to show you, if you go to insyncEDU.com, right now for the rest of the summer, we're offering the student or parent role of InSync for free. So use the code FREE to gain access to thousands of fun activities to use in the class or at home. So if you have parents at home, they can enter the code FREE and they will get that just the login I just showed you of the student parent version, where they can search by grade level and academic area to find resources to use over the summer. So I think that's it.
Okay, Lauren, well, you're a little under the wire. You have some really interesting references, particularly for ELL, that they at least caught my ear, and I'm sure folks would love to know who's using this around the country. I think one was Broward County, another was El Paso ISD. In Broward County, they've been using this for how long?
Yeah, so in Broward County, they've been using this for over a decade, so over 10 years. So we have several districts in the state of Florida, which is actually where I'm in, that's used this product for many years, as well as Texas. El Paso has been a long-standing client as well. And we also have several schools in New York City. And the New York City schools, some of them are using this within their dual language program as well. And again, having that benefit of the site toggling from English to Spanish is a huge benefit for those parents who don't, speak or read English, and they've had, no other way to help their kids until now using InSync and being able to do that with this resource.
Okay. Anything else, Lauren?
No, that's it. Just make sure to go to our website to get more information, and obviously, contact Greg if you wanted a more, in-depth demo or to learn more.
Okay, thanks so much. Super, we're back on time. Hey, Leonid, are you ready? Leonid in air?
Yes, thank you, Greg.
Okay, you bet. Thank you. The floor is yours.
All right, great. Hello, everyone. Good evening or good afternoon. So I'm the founder of MPOW Studios and also Talentbox learning platform. Air is one of our teachers, and he'll speak about some of the programs that we're running. Let's see, we need to, am I sharing my screen?
Yes. Yes, we can see it.
Great. So I wanted to go through a few slides, and then Air will talk about some of our programs. Talentbox is a learning platform made by MPOW Studios. And MPOW Studios, our mission is to inspire and teach the next generation of engineers, designers, problem solvers, architects, animators, and really get kids today to understand how to create with technology. It's very easy to consume technology, but we're trying to get them into a mindset where they're thinking of technology tools as their pencil and paper, or paintbrush and canvas. And everything we do is focused on that goal, to excite them about the power of technology as a creative tool, and teach them the skills to build self-confidence and to get them to be successful with their first projects, and then help them find their path towards what they love to do. We're based in Boston, in the Boston area, and we've been around for about 13 years. MPOW Studio was formed in 2013, and now we have 2 learning centers. 12 seasonal locations, over 150 partner locations, and we've worked with over 10,000 students throughout Massachusetts, and our programs have gotten many awards locally. Empower Studios has developed its own platform for that supports all of our programs, and the platform is called Talentbox. It's a web-based learning management system that also has content, instructional content, and things like portfolios and achievement badges. We use the platform in conjunction with third-party tools to help to teach the kids how to code, how to make robots, how to program things, how to design 3D models, how to do animations. And through that, we also teach them things like math and literacy and storytelling. So there are a variety of subjects that can tie into STEM projects. There's a variety of formats that we offer, and anything from summer camps to classes. And of course, since March, we've been heavily focused on running virtual programs, and that's one of the things that Air is going to talk about. Everything we do is about engaging the kids in these projects, and so we've learned quite a bit about what works and what doesn't work, engaging kids in virtual programs. So I thought we'd share some of that. There are four key aspects of how we engage kids. For one thing, technology itself as a subject is interesting to kids. And of course, they play video games, they watch videos. As soon as we start talking to them about creating video games or creating videos or building robots, their eyes light up. And of course, at that point, we can introduce a lot of other subjects into it. And we already have their attention. So everything that all of our programs are structured around technology projects. We also use achievement badges that are simple, authentic, clear, and fun. And the achievement badges are represent levels of knowledge that they acquire in our programs. We also engage them through providing opportunities for social engagement, collaboration, personalization, and also making choices about programs that they want to learn. And a key part of engaging kids is our teachers like Air, who prioritize playfulness and fun as part of the learning, part of the projects. I wanted to give some examples of projects that the kids create, and you'll see some connections with other academic subjects. So we had one student who recently created, Juliana, used MIT Scratch program. I'm sure you're all familiar with Scratch at this point. She used Scratch to create a game that generates numbers in Fibonacci sequence. And she made it into a game, an interactive game, kind of like a quiz game. And you can see how, the graphics are fantastic. There's a really great interactive play in the game. And this was done in a virtual class program over the course of a few hours. Another student in an electronics class, robotics and electronics class, used a circuit. There's a circuit from a company called Adafruit. It's a very inexpensive electronics board that's easy to program using block programming language. Also very similar to Scratch, but this one is from Microsoft. It's called MakeCode. And so she programmed the board to play Harry Potter theme song using the built-in speaker. There's also lights built into the board, and you can connect motors and sensors to it. Another student used MIT Scratch to program to create a program that generates a sine wave from an audio signal. So the program used a microphone that built into the computer, and listened for audio background noise and displayed a sine wave that represented the background noise. So this is actually, pretty advanced, interesting stuff that was built over a few hours of class time. So those are some of the projects, some of the exciting projects that we have kids building. Air can talk about some of the other projects. He works a lot with 3D models, and I'll make sure to leave a couple of minutes for him. So we also have achievement badges that are fun, but also tied to the depth of knowledge framework. And we provide lots of social engagement and collaboration opportunities. And if you follow the links in the presentation, they take you to YouTube videos where you can see examples of our classrooms. The teachers can see the screens of all the students, so they can see all the work in progress, and monitor the student work that way. And we use a number of third-party tools to enable the kids to make their own projects. And we also make it a lot of fun. You should click through the link and you'll enjoy this video. So there's a variety of ways in which we can work with partners, anything from providing the web-based platform that you can use with your students, to running teacher professional development, or providing class instruction directly to your students, or directly to families. So please reach out to us using information on the screen and also in the PDF. So Air, I think we have a couple of minutes left. If you could talk about what you do in the classes.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you all hear me okay? Hi, I'm Air. I'm one of the teachers at MPOW Studios. And as Leonid said, I've been involved in quite a bit of what we do here at MPOW. And so I've had my hands in sort of a lot of projects and taught. I'm a generalist, so I've taught a whole bunch of other different things as well. And we have a really wide variety of things that we teach, all these different tools. We break them down into sort of 3 different categories: design, build, and code. And we have a whole bunch of teachers, especially now during these times, we have a whole bunch of teachers who are teaching virtually. So we have these little classes of up to 10 kids. As the teachers, we go through a demo of the technology that we're teaching. For me, I'm primarily an animator and a 3D sculptor designer. So I have a lot of fun showing off some cool things that you can make in all these different technologies. And then the rest of the virtual time is spent with the kids sharing their projects and working on the projects, and us sort of helping them out as they go along. And it's been really cool. I've seen a lot of really cool projects in all the different tools that we teach. It's a really cool experience. And we, as Leonid was discussing earlier, we have this Talentbox platform that kind of has a lot of different projects that we can start with, that we can sort of build off of, foundational ideas. And instructing a lot of students in a virtual space can be kind of a difficult thing sometimes. So it's great that we have this Talentbox platform to rely on as a sort of as a teaching tool. A lot of the kids in a lot of the coding classes, especially, we have a lot of coding projects on our Talentbox. I can actually show you. Can I do a little share screen here? Is that something I can do?
I think we're actually out of time.
You got a couple more minutes. I can make Air the presenter if you want to share your screen.
All right.
Let's do a really quick thing here. We'll share screen. Great. Share screen. Okay. Are we seeing? I have 2 screens here. Which one is it showing?
The one that says motivating projects.
Okay. No, I want the other screen. Okay, hang on. Let me switch it over. There we go. Can we see this?
It says sign in Talentbox ID.
Excellent. So this is Talentbox, and we all have our little Talentbox IDs just to keep the student information private. So in this Talentbox platform, we have a whole bunch of different sort of curriculum available. And a student can explore these different things. They can say, oh, hey, today I want to work on architecture, or today I want to work on programming. And so we have a whole bunch of different curriculum that we can explore and build off of those foundations like I was talking about. And the cool thing is that when they're part of our program, the kids can upload the projects that they've made and check them out in their own space as well. In virtual, this has been less of a feature because kids are just saving directly on their own computers. But we also have different features such as this portfolio where the kids can see all the different badges that they've earned in all the different technologies that we are able to teach. There's also this showcase window where really great projects from all sorts of different students are shared amongst the Talentbox users with little code names to keep identities safe, because of course. But it's a lot of fun. It's a really great tool, and we have been loving it.
Yeah, and of course, teachers can select the technologies that they would like to work with, and assign those tools and those tracks to students depending on the project. So, for example, if a teacher needs to, for a math class, for example, Scratch would be a really good choice. I've shown a couple of math-related Scratch projects that would be very engaging to students, and so a teacher could set up a session to cover the first semester of the year and cover Scratch, and then the second semester or second quarter they can switch to a robotics track or something else, or an animation track, and focus on something different. So teachers can definitely structure it over the course of the school year to tie into the core curriculum. And that's the idea, is to support the core curriculum with engaging projects that will keep the kids' attention, especially in this environment that we're in right now, where there's a lot of Zoom time, and it's hard to keep their attention on specific academic projects.
The teachers have been super engaged with the kids. The kids love it. Half of the kids come there to hang out with the teachers and the other students, which is great too. They really enjoy that experience.
Okay.
I think we're all set.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Great. Yeah, great. Thank you. And again, before and after school extended day programs, the idea is to empower the teachers at the school, regardless of their technology skills, or Talentbox teachers can deliver the instruction, and also summer school. So if anything like that's going on, this can all be done virtually with the Talentbox team. So I think we're done there. Corey, I don't know what's next for us, but happy to support whatever we can do to support in terms of any questions or anything else we can do today.
Sure, I don't see any questions in the question box right now. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in there. If we want to give everybody a minute or two to put in any questions. Greg, you guys want to kind of wrap it up? Anything else you want to add?
Well, yeah, I was trying to be very respectful of the presenters from the companies, so I didn't actually do my PowerPoint, but it does tell a bit of the story about Mangahigh, which I didn't really do. Didn't get into too much detail there, but no, really, just thanks so much to everyone for your time. You guys from the East Coast, ladies and gentlemen from the East Coast, we sure appreciate you staying late and working late with us. If we get some after school programs going out here, guys, you're going to be staying even later. But And anything we can do in terms of answering questions, we're happy to do that. I think you have my contact information. So thanks to all the educators for joining us. We really appreciate it. And we're with you. You know, we're just here to support. And some of this you saw today is free. Some of it is not. But, you know, whatever we can do to help, we're here to help.
Excellent.
Thank you for organizing this, Greg and Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Our pleasure, and thank you so much for presenting today. And as Greg mentioned, if you have any questions after this presentation, feel free to email me at corrie@ssda.org, and I'll be happy to forward those questions on to Greg and get answers for you. Thank you again so much for attending today's presentation. Have a great rest of your day.
Yep. Thank you.